Another morning workout done, and whew, I feel like I say that. I feel like I make that noise every single time when I think back to the morning workouts. Woo! Yeah, nah, it was tough. It was tough. We did like a plank challenge at the end. It was some like song. Bring Sally up, put Sally down, put Sally right back down on the something on the ground. I don't know, man. It was like a 3 minute plank challenge where you had to go up into push up position when you brought Sally up and you go back down into the plank when you put Sally down. That was the finisher today, and I've just got my shoulders tingling a little bit still, but it always feels so good once you're done with the work. And that's a lesson that I've learned here in the last 2 years, is not to focus so much on how I feel before I go into something, but to focus on how I know I'm going to feel afterward. If I'm going to feel better afterward, then it's probably something that I need to do. And it's tough. It's a lot easier said than done, but it's something that I try to do consistently, and it's brought me great results. And not doing it has brought me very undesirable results. Listening to that initial feeling of not wanting to do something, it leads to regret, and you don't want that. Today, mentally, I feel a lot better. Yeah, the workout last night, just enjoying the evening afterward, and then getting into the workout this morning, it just has me in a lot of a better headspace. And this week is going to be about not taking myself so seriously. It's going to be about letting go of outcomes even further. In case you don't know, this is now day 9 and week 2. So day 2 of week 2 of me living every single day like the cameras are watching, because they are, as you can tell. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to listen to and see me talking about this, living through this. But yeah, it's basically something that I decided to do to add excitement, to add accountability, to add a running documentary of my days, of my process in all the things I do, whether it be writing books, playing the game of basketball, making films, making Instagram, TikTok, YouTube content, and everything that comes in between. Procrastinating, doubting, or wondering why certain things are not going the way they need to go yet, and finding answers. That's just this process. And today, something that has stuck out to me is just understanding long-term thinking. Sometimes we get so caught in the moment, so fixated on the moment, that we forget the long term, that we forget the big picture. And there are some people, yes, who get stuck in the future and constantly are comparing themselves to a future that they haven't reached yet, which is not what I'm saying. I'm talking about underestimating the power of time. The story you write today is going to overwrite yesterday if you do it the right way. The only way that your story of yesterday stays your story is if you stop writing. So that's what this series is all about. If you want to see me continue to write my story, then you're in the right place. There's only one thing missing. Make sure you're subbed so you can continue to follow along. And for those of you who've been following along for a while or just feel inspired, I would love to hear about your own personal quests and what you're working on right now, what you're struggling with, and how you're looking to grow. This story is up to you only if you continue to write it. And if I can help you write it in some way, then I want to. So that's your invitation. I'm going to get to some editing, and I'll check back in with you in a little bit. Another day in the books. Just some last things that I need to finish up. To my journaling, to my reading. And those are the last things I do every single day. And once I start doing those things, I disconnect. No social media, no even talking to you. And today I find myself at a crossroads. Still have some lingering dissatisfied energy, and I can't really place it. And the thing is, when you have that just kind of lingering within you, you start to find reasons why you're feeling that way, and you start to put unnecessary meaning on stuff. And that's why I say I'm at a crossroads, because the only way out is to build positive momentum. So I'm glad I have this series, because it forces me to review the things that I genuinely am supposed to be excited about. It forces me to build momentum. And one of those things is right here in front of me. This is My next book. I get to say that. I get to say that I'm working on my next book. Yeah, I wanted it to be released a long time ago. Had a lot of roadblocks in that process, but some people never release one book, and I'm struggling to release book 3. But I'm on the other side of that struggle. I can't remember the last day that I missed working on my book. And yeah, if it takes longer, doing it bit by bit instead of in short, random, sporadic bursts, then I'll take that. Because I know in the long run, I'm going to write a lot more. And I'm going to enjoy writing. I'm going to enjoy making stuff for you. I'm consistent with it. And being excited about my life is something I have to be consistent with as well. It's something I have to teach myself to do. And you're along for that journey. And I say that a lot, but being able to share it with you, it helps me. Helps me to, in a way, not take things so seriously, to make things a game. Because when you're in the life that you set out to live, there's a part of you that's afraid to mess it up every single day. When you're finally writing the books that you dreamed of writing, you're afraid of releasing them and no one liking them or no one reading them. When you're getting paid to play the game that you fell in love with almost 20 years ago, you're afraid to go out there and be disappointed by it. But there's one thing you need to remember. This is what you set out to do, and there's a reason for it, and there's a love behind it. And that's what I'm working on, continuing to connect with on a deeper level, is that love for what I do. It's not always easy, because that love quickly turns into an obsession, into a toxic relationship where you're more fixated on not losing whatever it is that you care so much about rather than actually doing right by it or loving it. But I think every day of my life I do a better job of it. And documenting it on this series is helping in more ways than I even realized, probably. So I think that's enough said for today. Tomorrow's a new day, and I look forward to starting it with a smile, doing the things I love. But there's one thing that I need you to remember, and you might know it, but you might not. Either way, I'm going to tell you. The best is yet to come. What's going on? Didn't forget about you. Just really had a crazy random headache for most of the day, so I will admit it has been a little bit more of a chill day. Able to get a few things done, started editing another video, just kind of organized some clips, some rough planning for the week that I've been procrastinating. Normally want to do that on Sunday. It's already Tuesday, but done is done, and yeah, it's never too late to start. So got the week planned out, plotted out. Also had a skill workout with some of my teammates, which had a lot of fun in, and now I'm on the way to practice. So yeah, just want to check in with you on day 10 of living every single day like the cameras are watching, even though didn't check in the morning time like I normally do. Like I said, it's never too late to start, and yeah, of course, I would never forget about you. So remember that. Practice is over, and I am back at the crib, finally. Because Berlin is such an insane city to navigate and has such crazy traffic. I take the public transport, man, but it is sometimes not so easy with that either. I had to take a replacement bus and all kinds of stuff. Finally made it home. It's close to midnight and got to work out at 8. But even though I'm pretty exhausted and my body is like screaming, go to sleep, I'm still excited to sit down and write a little bit, even if it's just 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And that's a great sign. That's a great sign. So the power of habits, man, the power of just repeatedly doing the thing, it saves you on days like these where your body is kind of fighting you, but your mind is like, no, you're going to feel better having done that. And you realize the commitment is not that big, 10, 15 minutes of writing, and I can make some significant progress. And that's okay for me. That's okay for me. I'm as excited as anyone to get this book out, but at the same time, you see my life, and there are other things that are a bigger priority. It's something I love to do and enjoy doing and do daily. And I know, like I said, I believe yesterday, in the long run, that's going to pay off. That's going to lead to more books being written than what I was doing before. The massive action, and then literally a whole summer or half a year of no writing at all. And it just constantly felt like I was just, I don't know, I felt like a bum in some ways, because I had told people, hey, I'm going to do this, and I wasn't doing it, and I knew I wasn't doing it. And today, I get to sit down and do it and know that it's been weeks, months of me just continuing to make progress, to take steps forward. And that's how you learn to fall in love with life. And interestingly enough, life starts falling in love with you. That's a topic that you're probably going to hear me talk about a lot this week, because it's something that's on my mind. Just being more in love with life instead of being infatuated with what life can do for me is something I just made a Instagram video about as well on my way here. So if there's one lesson that you can take from me today, is that be in love with life and start to let go of the infatuation of what life can do for you. And watch everything around you change, and everything within you too, because that's the only thing that you got to live with 24/7 is what's in here. So I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna cut it short here. I'm gonna get to this writing. I'm gonna get to some dinner, and after that, I'm into my nighttime protocol. So I'm glad you were along for the ride. And there's one thing that I have to leave you with. Let me get into my YouTuber mode. I love this. I love this. It's one of my favorite parts of the day. Remember, the best is yet to come.